The world calls Iran a land of war and endless desert, but have you ever wondered if the world has truly known Iran, or if it has only seen the shadow of this nation? What if, beyond the veil of harsh judgment, there exists a radiant land whose beauty makes every rumor seem small and meaningless? Iran is a place where silent walls conceal the memory of a vanished empire, where light transforms into prayer beneath turquoise domes, and where time stands still in a village shaped entirely from red clay. Beyond all prejudice, Iran emerges radiant and proud, preserving within itself the purest essence of thousands of years of Persian civilization. Now, step beyond the headlines and discover an Iran completely different from what the world has ever known. Persepolis, the magnificent capital of the ancient Persian Empire, is the place where the blueprint of power was carved into stone. More than a historical ruin, Persepolis stands as a symbol of art, organization, and the eternal human desire to reach immortality. With its timeless value in illustrating one of the world's greatest ancient civilizations, Persepolis has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. The influence of Persepolis extends far beyond the realm of archaeology, touching the very identity of modern Iran as a source of origin, culture, and historical pride. Every stone tells a story of power, dignity, and beauty that refuses to yield to the passage of time. At the heart of Persepolis stands the Abyaneh Palace, the hall of 100 columns rising like the stone heart of the ancient Persian Empire, with its colossal pillars reaching nearly 20 meters high. In ancient times, this was where King Darius and Xerxes sat upon their thrones under the torchlight to receive envoys from every corner of the known world. Each column was carved with images of lions, bulls, and lotus flowers, symbols of strength and rebirth. The palace walls were covered with bas-reliefs depicting the Persian Empire as a miniature world carved into stone. Together, they form a sacred language of symbols representing cosmic order and imperial protection. At sunset, the fading light stretches the shadows of the columns until they merge into one another, as if history itself were flowing back into the present moment. Not far from there stands the Tachara Palace, the private residence of Darius the Great. It is one of the few structures that have remained almost completely intact after thousands of years. The smooth grey stones were polished so finely that they could reflect the first light of dawn, the light the Persians believed to be the embodiment of Mithra, the god of truth and justice. On the palace walls, intricate bas-reliefs depict the king ascending his throne, surrounded by devoted courtiers bowing in reverence and lines of guards standing in solemn silence. A few miles from Persepolis, amid the sun-scorched limestone mountains of Fars, stands Naqsh-e Rostam, a vast wall of eternity carved in stone. Upon its massive cliff face, the tombs of Darius the Great, Xerxes, Artaxerxes, and Darius II are hewn directly into the mountainside, each forming the shape of a colossal cross. Every doorway serves as a portal to immortality, crowned by a relief depicting the king standing before Ahura Mazda, the divine judge of every human soul. At the foot of the mountain, the bas-reliefs of Persian warriors in battle remain astonishingly preserved, down to each blade and spear. As the sun sets, the fading light paints the cliffs in crimson, and it feels as though the spirits of the ancient kings awaken once more amid the sands and the wind. In the midst of the arid central plateau of Iran lies the city of Esfahan, known as half of the world, a title earned for its timeless beauty and its vital role as a crossroads of trade and culture along the Silk Road between East and West. Once the beating heart of the Safavid Empire, Esfahan is where art, architecture, and spirituality merge into a single language of beauty. Nowhere else in Iran can rival Esfahan in its harmony between order and emotion. Here, the Persian people embody an ancient belief. The world can only be perfect when humanity learns to live as a part of art itself. To understand why Esfahan is called half of the world, one must step into Naqsh-e Square. Built during the reign of Shah Abbas I, this vast rectangular plaza is surrounded by exquisite arcades that reflect the golden age of the Safavid dynasty. Here, every direction leads to a symbol. To the south stands the majestic Shah Mosque. To the east, the splendid Sheikh Lotfollah Mosque. To the north, the bustling Grand Bazaar. And to the west, the Ali Kapu Palace, where the king once watched military parades from his elevated terrace. What makes Naqsh-e truly unique is the way it embodies the Persian philosophy of perfect balance. Every structure around the square represents an element of the universe: faith, power, wisdom, and commerce. The sound of footsteps echo across the stone floor. Children's laughter circles the fountains, and the soft murmur of prayers fills the air. Naqsh-e is still alive, still beating like the heart of Esfahan, as it has for centuries. In the heart of the scorching city, the singing bridges over the Zayandeh River appear like a miracle. They are the two ancient bridges of Sepol and Kaju. People call Sepol and Kaju the singing bridges, because the repeating half-moon arches create a natural acoustic resonance. When you stand beneath the vaults or in the middle of the riverbed, every sound echoes clearly and lingers, as if the air itself was singing back. Both bridges were built with a two-tiered design. The lower level consists of a series of continuous arches that support the water flow and create sheltered spaces for people to rest, trade, and sing. The upper level forms the wide, flat passage used for pedestrians, horses, carriages, and the royal entourage. For centuries, the people of Esfahan have gathered beneath these bridges at night to sing folk songs, recite poetry, or chant their prayers. The echo of their voices against stone and water gives the feeling that the bridges themselves are answering alive, breathing, and eternal. If Esfahan could speak, its ancient bazaars would be its truest voice, loud, vibrant, and filled with the fragrance of life itself. The Grand Bazaar stretches through vaulted brick alleys, where sunlight filters through narrow openings, casting golden streaks across the stone floor. There, hundreds of shops line the passageways, displaying hand-woven Persian carpets, blue-glazed pottery, engraved brassware, pine resin incense, and the delicate scent of saffron tea. Weavers sit by their looms, striking the rhythm of tradition with every thread. Mother-of-pearl artisans patiently piece together shimmering fragments, while coppersmiths hammer to a lively metallic beat that becomes the music of the market. The sounds of bargaining, laughter, and distant prayers blend into a rhythm of daily life that has endured for centuries. Between the desert plains and the Zagros Mountains lies Kashan, an oasis of memory and fragrance. Situated on the edge of Iran's central desert, Kashan is famed for its ancient adobe houses, its lush Persian gardens, and the centuries-old craft of rosewater distillation that has perfumed generations. Life in Kashan moves slowly. Its people preserve the rhythms of their ancestors, their traditional crafts, and the timeless hospitality that defines the spirit of ancient Iran. This city feels like a gentle harmony between the desert and the human hand. The beauty of Kashan does not arise from luxury, but from the quiet determination to preserve pure. It is the Fin Garden, the emerald heart of Kashan, hidden behind grey stone hills and golden earthen walls. Commissioned during the reign of Shah Abbas I in the 16th century, Fin is considered the oldest Persian garden in Iran, with a history spanning more than 5 centuries. Within its walls, crystal-clear water flows from the underground springs of Mount Sialk, channeled through stone aqueducts that wind among rows of cypress and mulberry trees before spilling into turquoise square pools. The murmur of flowing water mingles with the chirping of sparrows and the whisper of wind through the leaves, forming a gentle symphony of life. Since the 16th century, the Persians have regarded Fin as the perfect embodiment of the paradise garden, where the 4 sacred elements, water, earth, wind, and shade, exist in absolute harmony. Built of sun-dried brick and lime in the 19th century, the historic houses of Tabatabai and Boroujerdi stand as masterpieces of Persian vernacular art, where craftsmanship, aesthetics, and daily life exist as one. The Tabatabai house, once belonging to a wealthy silk merchant, is distinguished by its central courtyard, reflecting pool and shimmering mirror decorations that scatter sunlight into thousands of radiant fragments. The Boroujerdi house, in contrast, is renowned for its twin domes and tall wind towers designed to capture the desert breeze, keeping the interior cool and serene. Crossing its threshold, one does not simply encounter architecture, but glimpses the ancient Persian philosophy of life, that art and beauty are meant to dwell within the rhythm of everyday living. Every May, as the desert around Kashan begins to glow under the sun, the entire region of Qamsar transforms into a sea of rose fragrance. For centuries, Qamsar, the heart of Kashan, has been the center of the ancient Persian art of rosewater distillation. When the morning mist still veils the dawn, villagers descend into the valleys to pick each damask rose petal, still glistening with dew, placing them gently into woven baskets. The petals are then poured into copper pots and distilled with pure spring water for many hours. The rising steam condenses into droplets of clear, fragrant oil. The Persians call it golab, a symbol of purity and gratitude toward nature. Kashan rosewater is not only used in religious rituals and traditional cuisine, but is also exported to Mecca to purify the Kaaba, the most sacred symbol of Islam. During the festival season, Qamsar comes alive with laughter and the intoxicating scent of roses. When the sun sets, the village returns to silence, leaving only a soft fragrance drifting through the wind. That's the scent of nature, of memory, and of humanity's eternal love for beauty. Would you believe me if I told you that in Iran, there exists a village where every house, every path is made from clay drawn straight from the mountain itself? This is the red village of Abyaneh, a mesmerizing, enchanting place that rises from the Iranian desert like a dream from the past. The village's deep crimson hue comes from the red clay gathered at the foot of Mount Carcass, mixed with straw and gypsum to form its distinctive walls. The houses are built in cascading tiers along the mountainside, each roof serving as the courtyard of the house above. This design reflects the extraordinary ingenuity and adaptability of the people who have learned to live in such steep terrain and harsh climate. Every morning, kitchen smoke drifts from the clay rooftops, mingling with the distant sound of sheep bells echoing from the slopes. The villagers still cultivate their terraced fields, growing wheat, grapes, and pomegranates, the same crops that nourished their ancestors thousands of years ago. In the red village of Abyaneh, language and clothing are the slow, enduring heartbeat that time has never altered. The people of Abyaneh still speak an ancient Persian dialect that dates back more than 1,000 years. A tongue soft, rounded, and deep, completely distinct from modern Iranian speech. Every word carries the resonance of memory, carefully preserved through the centuries. The villagers also continue to favor the traditional garments that have endured since the Safavid era. Women wear white scarves patterned with red roses, short jackets of vivid purple or crimson, and layered skirts that brush against their ankles. Men dress in brown cloaks and wide trousers, their heads covered with woolen caps. For them, these clothes are more than adornment. They are vessels of memory, holding the spirit of their ancestors within every thread. During festivals, the entire village becomes a moving garden of flowers, each step a fragment of living memory parading across the quiet slopes of Mount Carcass. The world often sees Tehran only through a haze of dust and political headlines, a closed and distant capital. Yet behind that curtain lies another Tehran entirely, a city where history, art, and modern life intertwine like the notes of a single melody. In one day in Tehran, you can ski down snowy mountains in the morning, stroll beneath tree-lined streets of the old quarters in the afternoon, and sip a quiet cup of coffee by evening in cafes hidden behind aged brick walls. Tehran is also the creative heart of Iran, a place where artists, filmmakers, and young architects are quietly redefining beauty within the Islamic world. It is a city that carries both the pulse of a vast metropolis and the soul of Persian nostalgia, refined, contemplative, and eternal. A beautiful paradox that refuses to be confined by any simple definition. In the bustling old quarters of Tehran, where the calls of the marketplace blend with the sounds of traffic, stands the Golestan Palace, a place where gold, mirrors, and glazed tiles tell the dream of power once held by the Qajar dynasty. More than a royal residence, the Golestan Palace symbolizes the meeting of traditional Persian artistry and early 19th century European influence. Stepping through its main gate feels like entering a realm of light and art, with dazzling tile-covered walls, marble courtyards, and still pools that mirror the glittering domes above. The most magnificent of all is the Hall of Mirrors, where coronation ceremonies of Qajar kings once took place. Thousands of small mirrors, carefully cut and set into the walls and ceilings, scatter light into a galaxy of shimmering stars. Passing through the old brick arches of Tehran's Grand Bazaar, you leave behind the modern world and step into the heart of the city, a place where commerce, faith, and everyday life are woven into one. The Grand Bazaar is a living labyrinth, stretching more than 10 kilometers, filled with thousands of stalls, workshops, and tea houses hidden beneath ancient domes. The sounds of vendors calling out, bargaining voices, and the rhythmic hammering of copper echo through the corridors like the steady heartbeat of a giant living organism. Here, people exchange not only goods, but also news, poetry, and political stories. For the bazaar has long been the social and spiritual center of Tehran. In its narrow alleys, you may find an artisan carving mother-of-pearl patterns into wood, or an old man beside a silver teapot, recounting tales of the early days of the Qajar dynasty. In the heart of Tehran, the Mashhad Tower rises proudly, like a silver arrow, a symbol of Iran's modern ambition to reach ever higher. Standing more than 435 meters tall, Mashhad is the tallest tower in Iran. From afar, its slender shape stands out against the snow-capped Alborz mountains, reflecting sunlight like a column of light piercing the sky. When night falls, the tower glows in a symphony of LED colors, shining like a beacon of the modern age. The people of Tehran call it the light of the new century. From its base, they see their aspirations rising into reality, and from its summit, they look down upon a city transforming proud, radiant, and alive. And finally, hidden behind old brick walls and endless streams of traffic, Tehran is quietly blossoming with a new creative life, a movement where art has become the freest language of all. The Tehran Museum of Contemporary Art, which houses one of the largest collections of Western art in Asia, including works by Picasso, Warhol, and Rothko. This museum stands as a testament to an open and evolving art spirit. Amid a city once shrouded in preconceptions, art has become the realm of aspiration, a space where young Tehranis speak of freedom, memory, and the future through their own light, colors, and melodies. Nestled within the humid plains of northern Iran, the city of Rasht feels like an oasis between sun and sand. Rasht is the capital of Gilan province, lying near the southern shores of the Caspian Sea, where the mild climate nurtures rice fields, tea gardens, and the ancient Hyrcanian forests. Along the old streets, dark grey rooftops glisten under a gentle drizzle, while small eateries fill the air with the scent of herbs and grilled fish. In the central bazaar, vibrant colors spill from piles of red peppers, fresh garlic, and hand-woven fabrics. Rasht may not bear the grandeur of Esfahan or Persepolis, yet it holds a simple, quiet, and warm beauty, like a tender fragment of life between stone, sand, and sunlight. In northern Iran, the Hyrcanian forest stretches like an emerald carpet, linking the Caspian Sea to the Alborz Mountains. Formed more than 50 million years ago, at the end of the Tertiary period, it is one of the oldest surviving forests on Earth. Chestnut, oak, maple, and elm trees grow densely along the misty slopes, their trunks cloaked in moss as if wrapped in living velvet. Beneath the canopy, ferns and moss form lush carpets of green. Moist air rising from the Caspian keeps the forest veiled in perpetual haze. Each morning, sunlight filters through layers of leaves, touching dewdrops hanging from the branches and turning the woods into a labyrinth of light and mist. The Hyrcanian forest shelters rare wildlife, such as the Persian leopard, the brown bear, and the red deer. Among them, the Persian leopard stands apart as the largest and rarest of all leopards in Western Asia, with only a few hundred remaining. Compared to other leopards, it has a long body, tall limbs, and a dense silver-gray coat adapted to the cool, humid climate. Its powerful claws and skillful climbing allow it to hunt antelope and wild goats across steep mountain slopes. Hidden among the green slopes of Gilan province, the village of Masule emerges through a veil of mist like a city suspended between mountains and clouds. Its pale yellow clay houses cling to the hillside, their wooden windows painted turquoise and balconies overflowing with geraniums. Wisps of kitchen smoke drift through the cold morning fog, blending scent and silence into the dawn. More than 1,000 years old, Masule is famed for its unique stepped architecture, where the roof of one house forms the courtyard of the next, creating a rare harmony between human life and the shape of the land. At dusk, mist from the Hyrcanian forest descends over the village, covering it in a white haze, makes golden lights from the windows shimmer like fallen stars along the mountain slope. Rasht is often called the culinary capital of Iran, a place where people transform rain, earth, and memory into dishes that carry the very soul of home. The cuisine of Rasht is a harmony between sea and forest, between rustic simplicity and rare sophistication. The people of Gilan cook slowly, carefully, and with emotion, as if composing a poem in the language of flavor. In humble kitchens, pots of fish stew simmer beneath layers of herbs, while pans of fragrant greens bubble with red pomegranate seeds, crushed garlic, and a hint of sour lemon, creating aromas that linger in the heart. Mirza Ghasemi roasted eggplant with eggs and garlic is the soul of Rasht, while Bagala Gatog, a stew of fava beans with dill and eggs, carries the freshness of the Hyrcanian forests. UNESCO recognized Rasht as a creative city of gastronomy, not only for its flavor and diversity, but for the philosophy that lives within it, that food is a way to connect, to share, and to preserve the warmth of humanity amid endless rain. Amid the cold highlands of northwestern Iran lies Ardabil, a city where faith, nature, and history blend into one. Nestled near the majestic Sabalan mountains, Ardabil enjoys a cool climate throughout the year, its winters blanketed in snow, when its summers shimmering with green meadows and mineral springs. Ardabil is a land of deep traditions. It was the cradle of the Safavid dynasty, one of Persia's most powerful empires, and the birthplace of revered scholars and master artisans of Iran. Distinct from the rest of the country, Ardabil carries a quiet solemnity, as if every house and every street holds the breath of time itself. In Ardabil, there is a sacred feeling that words cannot fully capture. History does not rest in museums here. It lingers in the mist, in the scent of snow, in the wind that descends from Mount Sabalan, like a whispered prayer from the heavens. At the heart of Ardabil stands the mausoleum complex of Sheikh Safi al-Din, a symphony of faith and art. Built in the early 14th century, it is the resting place of Sheikh Safi al-Din Ardabili, the Sufi sage whose teachings laid the foundation for the Safavid dynasty. The complex is arranged like a spiritual labyrinth. Pilgrims pass through its outer gate, across tiled courtyards and beneath azure domes, before reaching the inner sanctuary where light dances upon mosaics and countless tiny mirrors. Onion-shaped domes, flowing calligraphy, and blue Persian tiles cover the walls, telling of an age when devotion and beauty rose together as one. More than 7 centuries have passed, yet the mausoleum of Sheikh Safi al-Din remains the soul of Ardabil, a sacred place where art becomes a prayer and human faith walks hand in hand with eternity. Leaving behind the sacred serenity of the Sheikh Safi al-Din mausoleum, you step into Ardabil's old quarter, where every brick seems to whisper the stories of pilgrims and merchants who have passed through for centuries. In the morning, sunlight pierces through the mist, glinting off the old brick walls. By afternoon, the calls of vendors, the sound of hooves, and the whisper of wind blend together, creating the timeless music of Ardabil. Beyond the old streets of Ardabil rises Mount Sabalan, a sacred volcano revered as the soul of earth and sky. Standing nearly 4,900 meters high, its crater lake remains frozen even through the heat of summer. Legend says this is where ancient sages once sought solitude and where poets and warriors came to pray before setting out for great battles. Along its slopes, flocks of sheep wander across green meadows, while hot springs send wisps of steam into the cold mountain air, giving Sabalan the stillness and majesty of a natural temple. At sunset, the snow at its peak turns to a soft, ethereal pink, a beauty that feels almost unreal. In that fleeting moment, you understand why the people of Ardabil see Sabalan as the symbol of faith and the purest beauty that nature has bestowed upon their civilization and the flame of creativity. Once the capital of the Ilkhanid and Safavid dynasties, Tabriz was a crossroads where merchants, artisans, and scholars met along the ancient Silk Road. Rising from the scars of earthquakes and wars, the city has rebuilt itself with resilience through every era of history. In the heart of the cold city, the Tabriz Bazaar radiates warmth, sound, and color, represents a pulse that has flowed for more than 8 centuries, making it the eternal heart of the Silk Road. Built during the Ilkhanid era and expanded under the Safavids, it is the largest covered bazaar in the world. Inside lies a vast labyrinth of red brick with thousands of shops, corridors, caravanserais, and lofty domes that welcome sunlight through hidden skylights. Beneath those arches, the scent of spices, the rhythm of carpet weaving, the calls of merchants, and the laughter of buyers blend into a simple yet vibrant symphony of everyday life. What makes the Tabriz Bazaar truly unique is its spirit of community. Merchants, artisans, and townspeople come not only to trade, but to meet, to share, and to preserve their traditions. When evening falls, golden light filters through the brick walls and glimmers across the ancient domes, illuminating the marketplace with the heartbeat of commerce and culture that has endured for centuries. As dawn breaks over the red brick rooftops of Tabriz, a glow of deep blue rises in the distance. It is the Blue Mosque, the great turquoise jewel of the city, where light, faith, and art merge into a beauty that feels almost otherworldly. Built in the 15th century during the Karakoyunlu dynasty, this masterpiece was once known as the turquoise of Islam, a paradise of ceramics, where every wall, dome, and gateway was covered with tiles of azure, emerald, and indigo, forming intricate patterns of geometry and calligraphy. Though much of the structure was destroyed in the earthquake of 1779, the people of Tabriz still see the Blue Mosque as the soul of their city. They see the cathedral as a symbol of human endurance and faith in the face of natural disasters, war, and time. Faith, once transformed into art, will never collapse. Beyond its domes and mosques, the true identity of Tabriz lives in the hands of its artisans, those who have turned craftsmanship into the shared memory of a nation. For centuries, the people of Tabriz have woven some of the finest Persian carpets in the world. In small workshops hidden beneath the vaulted ceilings of the old bazaar, the rhythmic sound of looms continues to beat like the heartbeat of the city. What makes each creation remarkable is not only the mastery of technique, but the reflection of Azerbaijani-Iranian culture itself. Every thread of wool and every pattern carries a fragment of Tabriz, the red of its mountains, the gold of its meadows, and the blue of its northern sky.
The ship left the Bandar Abbas wharf, crossing the turquoise waters of the Persian Gulf. After about an hour, Hormuz Island, a strip of crimson land rising from the calm sea, gradually appeared. The wind carried the salty scent of minerals, typical of the place where land and sea meet. Hormuz Island is located in the middle of the strait of the same name, about 8 kilometers from the mainland. The entire island was formed from a giant block of salt rising from the ground. Over millions of years, Hormuz was eroded by wind and water, creating a rugged terrain with many layers of dark rock. In the past, Hormuz was the most important transit point of goods in the ancient world, where the Portuguese, Persian, and Arab empires constantly fought for control. At Red Beach, the hematite-rich soil dissolves gently into the waves, causing the water surface to change color from turquoise to dark red every time the tide comes in. When the waves recede, the water leaves a streak of color on the shore, as if it had just swept over a layer of mineral mud. At one corner of the island, the mouth of the Great Salt Cave opens up between the silvery stone slopes. Inside the cave are steep salt walls. The surface is jagged with gray-white crystals, easily broken. On the highest peak in Hormuz, the Portuguese fortress still stands proudly, although only the walls are cracked by time. The vegetation on the island is very sparse, with only a few low salt-tolerant shrubs, some desert grasses, small cacti, and mosses and lichens clinging to rocks. Land animals are mostly small reptiles, such as lizards, desert snakes, and migratory seabirds. The sea around Hormuz is quite crowded with small coral reefs, clams, crabs, tropical fish and plankton growing near the shore. Today, the residents of Hormuz live simply in whitewashed houses, decorated with red made from the red soil on the island. You can rent a tuk-tuk or motorbike to go around the island. A must-see stop is the Portuguese fort, an ancient ruin perched precariously over the Strait of Hormuz. From here, you can watch modern ships sail through the waters around the island. In addition, the island also has silver sand beaches, salt caves, and the Moon Valley Coastal Road, an ideal place to take geological photos, observe ancient volcanic terrain, From Hormuz, the boat continues south, landing you on Qeshm Island after more than an hour. No longer the fiery red soil, Qeshm Island has a softer shade of yellow sand, white salt, and deep blue sea stretching to the horizon. The scenery on the island constantly changes according to the terrain. Thick-rooted mangrove forests protrude above the water. Tin-roofed fishing villages dot the sand. Jagged, rocky valleys lead to the inland. In the north of the island is Chaku Canyon, a steep rock face cut by water and wind into small, winding grooves. Further west, the Namakdan Salt Cave opens from a low mountainside. Inside, the air is cool. The cave floor and cliffs are covered with salt crystals that form rough patches. From the cave ceiling, drops of water fell to the rocky floor. On the island, the Valley of the Stars stretched out like a surreal world. The rocks were carved into many strange shapes by wind and time. The ecosystem on Qeshm Island brings a vivid contrast between the desert, the mangrove forest, and the ocean. In the Hara mangrove forest, the Hara tree rises from the water with its strong black roots. This is a natural home to many migratory birds such as white storks, herons, terns. Underwater is home to many small fish and crustaceans such as crabs and even small reptiles. The waters around the island are home to sea turtles, especially green turtles and caretta turtles, along with bottlenose dolphins and many rare seabirds. Visiting Qeshm Island is an opportunity for you to experience a completely different Iran. Wild, original, and closely connected to nature. One of the most memorable experiences is a boat trip through the Hara mangrove forest. When the tides rise and turn the forest into a watery maze, you can quietly observe migratory birds and endemic species living here. On the way back, you should visit the ancient village of Rasht, where the Barjil wind towers use wind pressure to cool houses. This is a testament to the clever construction techniques of the people of the bay. Finally, join a trekking trip into Chaku Gorge to feel the geological transformation over millions of years carved into the cliffs. After leaving Qeshm Island by road or by car along the coast, you will pass through the arid land of Balochistan. The desert stretches on both sides of the road. The sun burns, the sand stretches to the horizon. Suddenly, you hear the steady sound of waves lapping from the Darak coast of the Indian Ocean. Darak is one of the few places in the world where desert sand dunes meet the ocean directly. The golden sand dunes stretch out in undulating strips with undulating surfaces, falling straight down to the clear turquoise water, creating an ecological space full of contrast and attraction. Between the sand dunes are small streams facing the sea with thin and steady flows. In the past, Darak was a resting place for Arab, Portuguese, and Omani merchants, where they exchanged spices, pearls, and silk. Some coastal villages still retain traces of coral stone architecture and ancient watchtowers, evidence of a vibrant trading period. Baylock fishermen go out to sea in traditional wooden boats to catch mackerel, squid, and shrimp. Women stay at home, weaving carpets and hand-embroidering cotton cloth with brightly colored threads. Despite the hot and dry climate year-round, the sea breeze and the steam from the Arabian Sea provide just enough moisture to sustain a thin but resilient layer of coastal vegetation. Amid the arid land, desert palms and drought-resistant plants such as thorn bushes, cacti, and spiky grasses still grow from the white sand. On the Darak coast, you can trek up the sand dunes in the early morning to admire the golden sand dunes that cascade straight down into the blue waters of the Gulf of Oman. When the sun sets, Darak becomes an ideal camping spot to watch the starry night sky From the Darak coast, you will move inland, passing through the towering Rocky Mountains to reach the city of Kerman. After a long journey, the city of Kerman appears on the plateau of southeastern Iran. Kerman was once an important transit station on the Silk Road, connecting caravans from Asia to the Middle East. One of the landscape highlights is the Shahzadeh Mahan Garden, located on the edge of the city. The trees here are nourished by the ancient Qanat irrigation system, where underground water flows from the mountains through artificial waterfalls, pouring into the quiet lake. Legend has it that Shahzadeh Mahan Garden was built by a prince out of loneliness and regret. He wanted to create a green paradise to fight against the harsh nature. Since then, the garden has become a symbol of the Persian people's will to transform nature. Further south, is the Rayan Fortress, the largest intact clay structure in Iran. The fortress has high and thick walls, divided into rows like a miniature city made of earth. At the end of the day, when the sun sets behind the western mountains, the whole city is immersed in a dark red color, quietly waiting for the darkness to fall. For centuries, Kerman has also been known as the capital of carpet weaving. Kerman women sit for hours at their looms, using wool, silk, and dyes from pomegranates, dates, and turmeric to create works of art. Today, despite rapid urbanization, Kerman still maintains its traditional lifestyle with its domed markets, brick houses, ancient gardens, and traditional carpet weaving. When you come to Kerman, visit the ancient garden of Shahzade Mahan, which is considered an oasis in the arid city. Leaving the garden, you can visit Rayan Fortress, the largest intact clay structure in Iran, which was once a stronghold of ancient Persian warriors. Finally, a walk around Bazaar-e Kerman is an indispensable experience. The smell of roasted pistachios, dried saffron, herbal medicines, and carpet wool blend together, spreading the air. At Bazaar-e Kerman, you can observe the traditional trading life that has been passed down for centuries since the Silk Road period. Leaving the city of Kerman, the off-road vehicle takes you to the southeastern part of Iran, a kingdom of sand, dry wind, and sunshine. When you get off the vehicle, you can feel the heat rising from the ground through the soles of your shoes. We have arrived at the Lut Desert, one of the 27 World Natural Heritage Sites recognized by UNESCO. According to UNESCO, the Lut Desert is the land with the highest recorded surface temperature on the planet, up to 70.7 degrees Celsius, a giant depression in the middle of the Iranian plateau, where nature is extremely extreme. In ancient Persian, Lut means empty, a name that accurately reflects the wildness and harshness of this land. From above, the ground appears with many layers of interwoven colors. Rippled sand strips stretch continuously to the horizon. Dry, scorching winds carve undulating lines into the sand. To the west of the Lut Desert is the Gandham-Berrian region, a region of black basalt that has recorded the highest temperatures on the planet. The ground is covered with a layer of solid, dark, ash-colored rock with a rough surface and crisscrossing cracks. To the southeast is the Kaluts region, where giant blocks of rock have been cut into strange shapes by the wind. The Kalut ranges are lined up like long walls, tens of meters high, stretching to the horizon. NASA once chose Lut to simulate the conditions of Mars, and Iranians see it as a testament to the endurance and adaptability of life to nature. As one of the hottest and driest places on the planet, the Lut Desert is almost in a sterile state, meaning no animal can live there. However, on the edge of the desert, where the low-lying and rocky terrain retains some moisture, scorpions and desert lizards still exist. They live hidden in crevices, active mainly at night when the temperature drops. There are no significant plants except for a few low thorny bushes and lichens, growing sparsely near the edges of ancient dry streams. Visiting the Lut Desert is entering one of the harshest worlds on the planet. With the help of a guide and specialized equipment, you can measure the surface temperature, observe the natural evaporation phenomenon, and feel the dry heat of the Dashti Lut core. The Lut Desert is also an ideal place to observe the night sky, when the Milky Way appears sharply like a silver silk strip across the sky. You can collect pieces of desert rock that have been melted or deformed by the continuous wind abrasion over millennia. This is a special trip for those who are passionate about geological surveys or want to experience one of the harshest environments on Earth. Off-road vehicles roll towards the west of the Lut Desert. Amidst seemingly endless sand dunes, giant rock formations suddenly emerge one after another. Let's admire Kaluts of Shahdad, the most special geological area in the Lut Desert. Kaluts of Shahdad is a special geological area, formed through millions of years of wind and water erosion, creating a unique geological maze over 200 kilometers long, listed by UNESCO as one of the rare geological wonders of the Earth. Each rock formation appears on the gray reddish-brown ground with strange shapes such as columns, walls, spires, or giant corridors. They have rough surfaces and sharp edges due to being cut and worn over millions of years. When the light changes angle, the color of the stone gradually changes from light yellow to dark orange, and finally to copper red. From afar, they look like ancient citadels carved by the magical hands of nature. At night, the wind flows through the crevices of the stone, blowing out a deep and even sound, echoing far away like the breath of time and the earth and sky. People around the area call Kaluts of Shahdad Ghost City. According to legend, there was once a prosperous city in the middle of the desert, but their arrogance angered the gods. A terrible sandstorm came, engulfing everything, turning people and palaces into stone. Visiting Kaluts of Shahdad is a journey to explore one of the most impressive geological complexes in the world. You can trek between deep stone grooves, where light and darkness alternate with each movement like in a movie. At dawn or dusk, the sunlight shines on the cliffs, illuminating the yellow, red, and dark brown tones of the rocks. With an almost absolutely clear sky, Kaluts of Shahdad is also a great place to watch the stars at night. This experience at Kaluts of Shahdad is suitable for those who are passionate about geology or want to experience the feeling of being small in front of majestic nature. Leaving the Lut Desert, you continue your journey east to the next destination, the Shahr-e Sukhteh ruins, also known as the Burned City. Shahr-e Sukhteh is located in Sistan and Balochistan province, near the Afghan border. The ruins are located on the ancient Silk Road, connecting the civilizations of Persia, India, and Central Asia. Founded around 3200 BC, the city was inhabited in four main periods until 1800 BC. During that time, several distinct areas developed within the city. These included a monumental area, residential areas, industrial areas, and a cemetery, suggesting that Shahr-e Sukhteh was a fully fledged urban area during the Bronze Age. However, due to changes in water flow and climate, Shahr-e Sukhteh was abandoned at the beginning of the second millennium. On the cracked ground, the ruins of an ancient city are still clearly visible. The low walls of layered mud bricks still retain their straight outlines despite being broken. A few stone steps still have worn footprints in between. Ancient mounds rise from the ash-gray plains, mottled with the red of baked clay. Thanks to the hot, dry desert climate, many relics and even skeletons have been preserved intact for more than 5,000 years. In Shahr-e Sukhteh, there have been archaeological discoveries that have amazed the world. The first artificial eye was made of pitch and gold dust. Ancient skull surgery demonstrates the inhabitants' understanding of medicine. And the first cartoon carved on a ceramic vase, depicting a goat jumping up to eat leaves. Shahr-e Sukhteh marks the transition from a village community to an urbanized community with significant achievements and developments in culture, society, and economy, from the late Paleolithic period to the early Bronze Age. Visiting Shahr-e Sukhteh is a journey back more than 5,000 years of history to one of the most developed ancient urban centers in eastern Iran. At the excavation site, you can observe with your own eyes the stacked layers of strata with traces of activities and funeral practices of ancient residents. You can visit the museum at Shahr-e Sukhteh, admire unique and rare artifacts, such as the world's oldest artificial eye, skull surgery instruments, to the most primitive cartoon ceramic pieces in history. When the afternoon falls, Take a walk among the ruins dyed in orange-yellow in the sunset. For a moment, you will feel like the ancient city is coming back to life. Shahr-e Sukhteh is the ideal place for those interested in archaeology, history, or want to directly feel the depth of a lost civilization. Leaving the arid desert, the car crossed vast fields, gradually entering Mashhad, the largest pilgrimage city in Iran. The golden light of the domes of the mosques can be observed from dozens of kilometers away. It feels like a sacred spiritual world is about to open before your eyes. Mashhad city is located in the northeast of Iran, in the province of Razavi Khorasan, on the legendary route of the Silk Road. The land around Mashhad possesses a gentle and lively beauty rarely seen in the eastern semi-desert. Surrounding the city are endless wheat fields and saffron gardens. Each row of green trees is watered by canals from the Aladagh range, bringing abundant vitality to this land. When approaching the Imam Reza Shrine, the noisy urban space gradually recedes behind. The square of Imam Reza opens up, where the golden dome of the mosque stands out like a priceless spiritual treasure. Two towering minarets are covered with smooth jade-green tiles, shining brightly in the sunlight. Inside the mosque, the walls and ceiling are completely covered with mosaic glass, using the Aina Kari art. Thousands of small mirrors are assembled, creating a network of tiny lights covering the space. In the middle of the main courtyard, a stream of pilgrims moves silently, their eyes focused on a point deep in the mosque, which they believe is the center of faith. The murmur of prayers and the words of the Quran echo throughout the vast space. The name Mashhad in Persian means place of martyrdom. In the 9th century, Imam Reza, the 8th Imam of Shia Islam, was assassinated here. The people built the Imam Reza shrine to commemorate him. After that, the city of Mashhad gradually developed around the Imam Reza shrine. Every year, tens of millions of pilgrims from all over Iran and Muslim countries come to Mashhad. The streams of pilgrims create a river of faith flowing to the spiritual source in Mashhad. Visiting Mashhad, you will have many interesting experiences at the religious center of Shia Islam. Walking around the Imam Reza shrine, you will admire the scene of thousands of pilgrims gathering under the beautiful mosaic domes and quietly praying. Inside the shrine grounds, the Astan Quds Razavi Museum preserves rare relics such as ancient hand-embroidered carpets, gilded Quran copies, century-old calligraphy. At the end of the day, find a high point on the edge of the city to watch the sunset covering the golden dome of the shrine in a charming red-orange color. Mashhad is a great place to learn about Islamic culture and Iran's religious architecture. From Mashhad, continue your journey southwest to your next destination, Nishapur, Khorasan province. Drive past golden wheat fields, rows of chestnut trees, and lush green lakes. Nishapur, located in the heart of Khorasan province, was once an important stop on the Silk Road. In the past, merchants, scholars, and poets often stopped at Nishapur before continuing their journey west. Landed under the clear skies of northeastern Iran, Nishapur has fresh air, fertile soil, and lush green trees all year round. In spring, pomegranate flowers bloom in the gardens. In summer, bees buzz around the saffron bushes. Underneath, a famous ancient turquoise mine is still in operation. The turquoise mined here has a distinctive turquoise color and was once used to cover ancient temples and jewelry. Legend has it that the turquoise mines around Nishapur emitted a blue light into the night sky, guiding poets and scholars of ancient times. Turquoise is also a symbol of luck and power in ancient Persian culture. Near the city center is the memorial to Omar Khayyam, a great Iranian poet, mathematician, and astronomer who lived in the 11th century. His tomb is located under a white dome with a cross-shaped structure made of white stone, designed based on the geometric formulas Tar Nishapuri, another famous poet and theologian who had a profound influence on many later generations of Iranian poets. His works are still taught in schools and read out in cultural and religious gatherings. In Nishapur, poetry appears in every corner of daily life. People often quote poems when chatting, write poems on signs, on walls. At Nishapur, you will feel the quiet, profound place that was once the center of knowledge and art of ancient Persia. First, visit the mausoleum of Omar Khayyam, where you can sit under the shade of trees, recite the rubaiyat, and listen to the whispering wind. Not far away, the Nishapur turquoise market opens up a world of color and exquisite craftsmanship. Each turquoise stone is hand-polished, shining with a noble blue color, as if containing the soul of the land of eastern Iran. Nishapur is a suitable destination for those who want to combine the enjoyment of literature, traditional arts, and ancient urban space. Saying goodbye to Khorasan, you continue your journey northwest to Golestan province, one of the most biodiverse regions in Iran. Over the gentle hills, the vast space of green forests suddenly opens up. You have arrived at Golestan Park, the intersection of three major ecosystems, from the arid steppe in the east to the rugged Rocky Mountains, and finally, the dense Hyrcanian forest in the west. Golestan National Park is recognized by UNESCO as one of the rarest biosphere reserves in Iran. The Hyrcanian forest in the west of the park possesses a dense population of ancient trees. Oaks, maples, and chestnuts grow together. Their trunks are tall and straight. Their foliage is large. Their roots are tangled in the moist ground. The forest is home to rare creatures: brown bears, wild boars, mountain goats, and the extremely rare Persian leopard. People rarely observe them, but only see footprints appearing on the wet mud after rain. Hundreds of wild birds such as hawks, eagles, songbirds, woodpeckers, and Hyrcanian sparrows also live in the Hyrcanian forest. In spring, the forest comes alive with colorful wildflower carpets, the sound of flowing streams mixed with the mating calls of wild animals. At the edge of the forest, golden grass carpets spread out on the soft and spongy ground, dotted with low bushes. Here, people often see herds of antelope or red deer running past, or mountain goats jumping along the steep rocky slopes. Golestan National Park is a clear testament to the resilience and diversity of Iran's nature. Rarely anywhere else can you step from the scorching steppe to the ancient rainforest and witness the entire flora and fauna of West Asia like in Golestan. When visiting Golestan National Park in the early morning, you can join a wild safari, roaming over the vast steppe and jungle to observe antelopes, wild boars, and birds of prey. If you are lucky, you can catch a rare Persian leopard lurking somewhere in the bushes. In the Hyrcanian forest, you will clearly feel the change of climate and vegetation from dry yellow grass to soft, moist leaf litter. The fresh air, rich in the scent of wood and resin, makes you feel extremely comfortable. The forest trails are ideal for hiking and field biogeography. Golestan National Park is an ideal destination for those who want to study Iran's mysterious but unique ecosystem, or simply experience the original life in the deep forest. The city of Yazd is located near the center of Iran, between the two largest deserts in the country, Dasht-e Kavir in the north and Dasht-e Lut in the southeast. The isolated location and harsh climate have made this place almost untouched by modern urbanization. Thanks to that, Yazd has kept its rare intact old town, now recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. The whole neighborhood is covered in dark yellow tones from the walls, domes to the small alleys paved with rough bricks. The mud brick houses have flat roofs, narrow doors, and thick walls to prevent heat. Above, hundreds of wind towers, called badgir, rise like square tower tubes, sucking in wind from all directions and leading it down to the rooms below. The wind flows through the narrow pipes, creating a natural, cool airflow throughout the enclosed space. When the sun rises, The whole city glows in a captivating orange-yellow hue. Today, many ancient structures such as qanat systems, houses, markets, saunas, water tanks, mosques, synagogues, are still preserved intact. Yazd is also home to the last traces of Zoroastrianism, one of the oldest religions still existing in Iran. On the edge of the city is the Zoroastrian fire temple, where a sacred fire has been kept burning continuously for centuries. The historic city of Yazd is a testament to the extremely sophisticated earthen architecture and human adaptation to the harsh environment over millennia. When visiting Yazd at sunset, climb to the roofs of the old town and walk along the traditional wind towers to observe how the city breathes with the wind. In the late afternoon sunlight, the symmetrical three-story facade of the Amir Chakmak Mosque glows yellow, captivating dark. Don't forget to visit the Zoroastrian Fire Temple, where the sacred fire is said to have not been extinguished for more than 1,000 years. Yazd is an ideal destination for those who want to learn more about ancient architectural complexes in the desert, or how people have survived sustainably for centuries in harsh environments. Less than an hour north from Yazd is Mabad, an ancient town located in the middle of arid land. Once played an important role on the trade routes of the Sassanid period. Unlike Yazd, the terracotta color of Mabad is a darker ash bronze color, due to being more affected by the sun and wind. In the center of the city, Narin Kale Fortress stands tall in the middle of the endless sea of sand. The structure was built of mud bricks, with only the rough, longitudinally split walls remaining but still retaining their shape after centuries. From Narin Kale Fortress, you can have a panoramic view of the entire city. At the edge of the city, hundreds of pigeon towers spread out, each tower nearly 10 meters high with thick walls regularly perforated. They were built to house thousands of pigeons, providing natural fertilizer for farmers. Underground is a qanat system, including underground water sources dug by hand, bringing clean water from the distant mountains to feed the whole town. Wind blows through the ancient walls, leaving thin layers of sand on the brick floor. Since the 8th century, Mabad has been an important stop on the trade route connecting Esfahan, Kerman, and Shiraz of the Silk Road, with hundreds of caravans passing through to exchange goods, news, and culture. In modern life, Mabad people still maintain traditional occupations, such as building towers, making pottery, and weaving carpets. Traditional handicrafts here not only serve the needs of residents, but are also used as offerings in temples, churches, etc. Mashhad is a destination that bears the mark of the ancient trade period and unique construction techniques in the desert. When climbing to the top of Narin Qaleh, a clay fortress dating back more than 2,000 years, you will see the whole view of Mashhad with terracotta roofs following each other like waves. Then visit hundreds of pigeon towers to understand the smart connection between nature and agricultural production in ancient times. When entering the Shah Abbasi caravanserai, an ancient stopover for caravans, you can sit in the large courtyard or the resting rooms, imagining the scene of merchants resting and exchanging goods during the Silk Road period. Mashhad is an ideal place for those who want to explore the relationship between architecture, daily life, and trade in ancient Iran. Leaving Yazd, you continue your journey to the southwest of Iran. The heat gradually cools down, giving way to the wind carrying the scent of flowers. A few hours later, you arrive at Shiraz, the capital of Fars province, the capital of contemporary Persian culture and art. The city is located in a wide valley surrounded by vineyards, orange and rose gardens that bear fruit all year round. Every morning, a light dew hangs on the treetops. Sunlight pours through each canopy, falls on the tiled roofs and brick porches soaked in the color of time. In the center of Shiraz, the Nasir al-Mulk Mosque opens up a world of light inside. The sunlight shines through the stained glass panels installed along the corridors, creating vibrant color patches moving on the tiled floor. As the afternoon falls, the wind from the northern hills blows gently through the garden surrounding the Hafez mausoleum. Under the trees, people spread carpets to sit and read poems, chat, or quietly light candles next to stone tablets engraved with ancient poems. In the west of the city, Aram Garden is planned in the classical Persian style. Through the entrance gate is a row of stone steps leading up to the ancient house foundation. In the middle is a long lake. The water surface is as clear as a mirror. Only the sound of wind and the scent of jasmine and lavender waft in the air. Shiraz has long been known as the city of poetry and art. This is the hometown of Hafez and Saad, two great poets of Persian literature. From Hafez's rose-scented mausoleum to the quiet garden where Saad rests, each stone seems to be preserving immortal verses. Cultural life in Shiraz is also imbued with the spirit of Persian hospitality. At small tea shops on the street, locals and tourists chat, sip black tea under ancient eaves, and look out the windows at fruit-laden orchards. Traditional music plays during festivals and weddings, blending with the light reflecting off the brilliant domes. Art and poetry permeate every breath of Shiraz and its inhabitants. When visiting Shiraz, start your morning at the Nasir al-Mulk Mosque, where the stained glass windows create a show of light and color. Next, visit the Hafez Mausoleum to commemorate the great poet and randomly open a page of his poems to get a fortune. In the afternoon, stroll in the Bagh-e-Aram or Naranjistan Kavam gardens to admire the Aina Kari, mirror mosaic art, reflecting the balanced life philosophy of ancient Iranian culture. Shiraz is an ideal destination for those who love poetry, traditional architecture, and want to feel a gentle, profound Iran through every small detail.
From its ancient history to its modern rhythm of life, Iran remains a land of mesmerizing, majestic, mysterious, and timeless beauty amid the ever-changing flow of the world. Perhaps to truly understand Iran, one must not simply observe it, but feel it with the eyes, the heart, and the soul. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories from around the world.